I'm curious about you talk a lot about this, so let's hit it a little harder
Yeah.
about free versus paid events.
Yeah.
And so obviously if you're going to do free, then you're going to get a lot more registrants.
Yeah.
If you're going to get paid, your cost per registrant is going to go up because it's harder to get someone to convert on a paid.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So my first question is does it tend to be profitable on the front end, or do you tend to aim to break even on the front end?
Well, let's first talk about why free events are a bad idea.
Okay.
And I love this question.
Yeah.
And the main reason is that people don't sell tickets to their events because they can't, or they don't believe that they can. Because if you believe that you could charge money for tickets and get a bunch of people there, you would do it, right? But you can only sell a bunch of tickets to a paid event if you have really good marketing, right? So if you do a free event, what's going to happen is, let's put this into perspective, all right? So this event, it's not one of my biggest events, but I'll probably sell 50 tickets to this whole thing, right? Let's say it was free. I would probably sell about 250 registered. So if it was free, I'd probably get 250 people. 70% of them wouldn't show up.
Correct. Yeah.
And the other 80 or so, how many of them didn't pay to be there? That creates a liability concern because who's going to show up to my event?
Yeah.
Paying for an event, paying to be at an event creates a barrier. It's going to bring in higher quality people, which is really important. Because when you are at an event and you're with other people that paid to be there, you're going to have a better experience. And as somebody hosting the event, you're just going to have a better quality of people to shake hands with, right? You can't shake hands with everybody when there's 100 people in the room at a free event. But when there's less people at a paid event, you can shake everybody's hands, develop better relationships, that sort of thing. The other thing is that, if you want to blow up your events and create a really amazing business model and make it profitable, like charging for tickets covers a lot of costs, right? Like if my events were free, I would probably not be running ads right now, right? The reason that I can continue to invest in ads, part of the reason that every $1,000 I spend on ads makes me $10,000 in revenue is based on the ticket sales, right? So for one, ticket sales help cover the costs, but two, if my events were free, I just feel like I would also get less clients.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to get a lot of people there that I really don't want to meet. Like if you can't spend $30, $40, $50 to attend an event, then is that somebody that you really want to be around anyway? Is that something your attendees are going to want to be around, right? So that paying for an event is like, it does so much good for everyone. Because the people that actually pay to be there are going to, when you create an environment where people pay to be there, you're going to meet other people that obviously paid to be there. So it's going to be a higher quality. People are going to be more engaged in the event because they paid to be there, right? They want to meet people, right? Not just eat all the free food and leave, right? And also as a business owner, it just makes sense because it helps cover costs. It helps cover all the ads. It can help cover the venue costs, all of that. And it puts you in a position where you're just meeting with people that are serious about meeting other people.
Yeah.
And they might even become a client of yours.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Quick funny story. I did my first event actually probably about a month ago at this point.
Yeah.
And it was a free event.
Yeah.
And very similar process, running ads, getting free registrants, having people show up. About 30% actually showed up. I think it might have been a little bit higher. Maybe
That's why I said 70% don't show up or whatever. Yeah.
It might have been a little higher.
Yeah.
And a funny thing is I think I had some homeless people there.
Yeah.
I think so because I had free pizza, so I think I had like homeless people show up for the pizza,
Yeah.
And I think that's a really big part of it. Question for you though: have you ever experimented or thought about doing a higher ticket, like a $200 workshop or something like that?
I have. I told you about my second event and I pitched a workshop. I've sold, okay, so I just kind of know my business model somewhat well, or I would say pretty well. And when I pitch a workshop, I get a lot of people, for example, I was going to do a workshop, a few months ago. And when I do a workshop, it brings in people that think they can just implement this funnel on themselves and want to do it themselves. When people really do need the support, it's not just running ads, it's the copywriting, it's marketing the event, it's Eventbrite pages, it's all the little quirks and little things, right? And for me, if I were to do a workshop, and teach them all of these things,
I see.
that would be cool, but they would just, go out and do it themselves, which is fine. But for me, like, I don't want to spend all my time just making a couple thousand off a workshop when instead I could just, for people that just want to learn all this stuff on their own. But even then, there's like so many small pieces to this.
Yeah.
Like when I work with my clients, like they really know how many things are going on that make this all work,
Yeah.
as successful as it does. So the workshop idea is interesting, but I feel like my ideal clients, they don't want to attend a workshop. They just want to get on a call with somebody
Yeah.
and learn exactly how this works and how they can potentially work with me.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting. Workshops are really good for people that sell more like a one-on-one coaching and stuff where people are implementing things themselves. But for me, the workshop model, at least at this point, hasn't worked particularly well, and it's not a direction I really want to go in because it just brings in the wrong kinds of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing you talk about, one of the benefits of running these events is that you can actually grow your personal brand and grow your Instagram,
100%.
things like that. And
Yeah.
we know these days that these things are like social currency. There's actually like not even social currency, but physical currency.
Yeah.
When you can grow your brand and grow your social media.
Yes.
So how do you use events to grow your social media?
Yeah, it's very straightforward. So, for example, what I use, the strategies that I use and what I help my clients with is the messaging. So, the strategy that I do and I help my clients with is basically when you're advertising your events community, basically what you do is you select a community, you pick a type of community that you want to build. For example, I'm building mine around entrepreneurship, bringing a bunch of entrepreneurs together. I have people that focus specifically on e-commerce, building an e-commerce community. I have clients that focus on, bringing together investors, bringing together people in real estate, that sort of thing. So really the strategy is that to grow this email list, you're putting out a video ad on Facebook and Instagram and even TikTok saying, hey, for example, in San Diego, I could say, hey, San Diego, if you are interested in, learning how to market and grow your business through Facebook ads, you should subscribe to my events list. I'm hosting events all in the area, teaching you how to grow your business, get more leads, turn those into clients. And you're also going to meet other business owners that want to do the same thing. If you're interested, go to my website, submit your contact information, and I'll let you know when the next event is happening. So you're always building this list, right? And when you're putting this ad out there and running it, you're going to get a ton of Instagram followers. So for example, if you spent, let's say, $1,000 on Facebook ads and Instagram ads, and you got, let's say, 500 people on your email list, you'd also probably get about 500 Instagram followers.
Wow.
So it's a way to build your Instagram following and your email list and your text message list all at the same time. Because when I started running ads, I think I was at like 4,200 followers, and now I'm at like
7,500.
7,500 or 7,800, whatever it is, and that's a lot. And not only are people getting on my email list or following me on social media, they're looking at my stories, and I get recognized, especially when I wear these glasses out in public. A lot of people know who I am. A lot of people are following me. Like it's not fame yet, but it could very well turn into that.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
Yeah.